Good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, coin nerds, all one and the same. We are here for Coin Night Live auction number 30. Today is the 3rd of March, 2020. We've got some nice stuff up for auction tonight. Now, if you haven't had a chance to look yet, you can go to coppercoins.com/auction. And it'll give you a good idea of what we have running tonight. We've got 18 coins and a few reveals that you don't want to miss out on. That's for good and sure. Let me do this so I'm not craning my neck and looking way over there, making you guys wonder what I'm looking at. I'm going to move you over here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, Jeff. Midnight Silver Run, Jeff Dunn, Jeff Stanley, Steve Patet, Adam Chambers, Farm Dog, Penny Savercash, Jim Fletcher, Farm Dog, Eric Beyer, Joe McBride. We've got a bunch of you in here tonight. Awesome. I tell you what, it is just now 8 o'clock. So I got here on time. I'm actually prepared this evening. What happens when you take a week off, huh? You can probably tell that I'm not at 100%, but I'm doing fine. I will be okay. Chucky has a cold. Just a little stuffy. You have announcements, Jessica? Let us know what your announcements are. That's right, we've got the opening bell. The auction's about to start. I'm trying to remember, but I'm not remembering anything. Announcements in the sheet. Oh. I guess I didn't get that in there, did I? Every once in a while, you think everything's going perfectly fine, and then it's just not. So hang on just a moment. Let me get this taken care of here real quick. Won't take me hardly any time to get this together. I think everything's going just fine. And turns out, not quite so just fine. Just a couple of other little things to take care of here. A couple of things I actually forgot to do. So this isn't a I didn't have time to get it done thing. This is a I forgot to do it thing. So, just a minute. This stuff taken care of, and we'll be on to the races. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you need to look at the list of items that we have up for auction tonight. They're going to be readily visible at coppercoins.com/auction. We don't have a whole lot up for auction tonight, but what we do have up for auction is really neat stuff. You make sure you take a good look at it. AZ Coins, how you doing? Stephen Elliott, Wild Bill, Raymond Lungi, Jim Schwartz. Okay, so we're here. We're ready to go. Let me go ahead and get started on the first item. Now, we have taken a bunch of toned coins and put them together for this auction, so we're calling it Toner Tuesday. This is going to be the first of a number of special Toner Tuesdays because we have some toned coins that are really nice. This one right here is a nice near gem 1934 D Lincoln cent with lots of luster and lots of color. This particular one is, I would say probably, it's a near gem coin. There's no extra charge here for the toning. $19 is basically what you would get one of these for anyway. I want to go ahead and start this one off at $19 as lot number 1 in auction number 30. Who will get me started at $19? Jeff Stanley says $19 for this one. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for your bid. Waiting for everyone else to wake up. Good evening, hidden numismatist. JOB bids $20 and keeps this one going. JOB is currently our high bidder at $20. Now this is a 1934D Lincoln cent. I tell you what, the colors on this thing are outstanding. It also has a lot of nice luster. In fact, I'm looking at it from here. I'm about 4 feet away from it, and I can see the luster from here. Thank you, Mr. Fletcher. We got JLB at $20 is our current high bid. We're going once with JLB at $20. Going twice, JLB $20. All in, all done, folks. Levels of Madness comes in at $21. Thank you, Levels of Madness, and good evening. These coins are sometimes a little bit difficult to capture the color and the luster when you're trying to photograph them, and you'll just have to imagine the luster in these cases, because these particular coins, I really went for photographing the color. So although they may look a little bit dead as far as luster is concerned, you can look in certain areas of the photo and you can tell that there's a lot of reflectivity on this coin. It's just that I didn't capture all the reflectivity in these coins simply because I was trying to capture the color. And everybody knows if you're trying to show all of the color in a coin and you're trying to show all of the luster in the coin all at the same time, you're not going to get it. Just not going to happen. So Levels of Madness gets this one at $21. I appreciate it. And thank you very much. We'll move on to the next coin. Next item up for bid is this 1940 S Woody. This one is a nice bright coin. It has beautiful color on the reverse. On the obverse, you can see that it has a number of small striations and wood grain texture appearance, running from roughly 11 o'clock to roughly 5 o'clock. Now this one we're going to start at $14. Hello, Shannon. And hello, Blaine. These coins are some of the most outstanding toned coins. That thing above the rim trust is actually a piece of lamination. It's a bit of lamination flaking going on right there at the rim. These coins are in gem condition. They're very nice coins. And I had to forego the ability of being able to photograph the luster entirely to be able to get the color. Because if you want the color of the coin, your luster image is going to suffer a little bit because you're not capturing the flow lines that create luster. So what you actually end up with is either a picture of the color or a picture of the luster. I guess I could do both, but this coin is outstanding. If you're a Woody collector, this is an outstanding coin. Greg McCoy currently has this one at $16, looking for a bid of 16.5. Got 16, looking for 16.5 for 17. Hello, Blue Sandy. And we're going once at $16 to Greg McCoy, looking for 16.5, 17. 16.5, going twice. All in, all done. Sold to Greg McCoy, $16. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bid, sir. I'm going to move us right along to the next item. Here's the next item. This is a 1944 plain Lincoln cent. This thing is nice. Gem coin. It's in gem condition. It has very bright luster. But look at the color on this thing. This has not been played with. This color is original as is. And it's a beautiful orangish pink color. Very interesting color on this thing. Let's start this one off at $9. Hidden Numismatist comes in at $9. Buffalo Joe says, wow. And Jim Fletcher coming in at $10. $10 is our current high bid. A current high bid of $10, and Jeff Stanley comes in at $11. So Jeff Stanley's $11 bid is our current high bid. This is a superb 1944 plain Lincoln cent. You can see from the obverse that I struck the light just about right to be able to show you some of the color and luster. It's got some superb luster, really nice luster on it. Hidden Numismatist comes in $11. Actually, Jeff Stanley was already in at 11. Hidden Numismatist is a little late at 11. Need 11.5 or 12. 11.5, $12 bid. Got Jeff Stanley currently at $11. For those of you who are into the roll reveals, if you look at the bottom of the list at coppercoins.com/auction, you will notice that we have a all-star hit list of rolls to open this week. We're going twice to him. Hidden Numismatist at 11, looking for 11.5, 12. Hello, Robert Folk. Going twice and sold to Jeff Stanley Coins and Octane for $11. I appreciate your bids. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next item. Here's a 1945 Lincoln cent. This thing looks like it is on fire. The color in this photo has not been played with. The color in this photo is the actual color of the coin. The luster is superb and bright. If ever like with the other coins, I had to mute the luster in order to get a really good photo of the color. This thing has a beautiful pumpkin orange color with a little bit of undertone of iridescent bluish purple. Very nice coin when you look at it in person. This thing shines like you've never seen a coin shine before. This does have a slight weakness in the strike, and that is normal for 1945 Philadelphia coins in general. If you guys know much about Mercury dimes, you'll know that the 1945 Mercury dime very rarely ever comes fully struck. Stonecutter starts us off at $12 on this one. Thank you, sir. Stonecutter at $12 on this nice gem coin. You look around on this coin, you can see that there's a little bit of that modeling that you get during the slight weakness of the strike. But if you look hard, you can tell there's just a couple of little tiny spots on this coin, but there are very few marks. Very few marks, and nice luster equals a 66 or better, I would say. It's a very nice coin. Robert Folk at $14. Thank you, sir. Wild Bill, good evening. Coin Dragon, how you doing, buddy? Paul Hampton. We're going to be going once to Robert Folk at $14. I appreciate your bid. Let's see if we can get somebody else out there. 15 and 17. Stonecutter 15, Shannon McCord at $17. Shannon McCord $17 is our current high bid. What's good? A lot of good stuff. I woke up this morning. UK's not working. So I'm chooked today. Robert Folk says he's out. Thank you very much, sir. And Jody Gomez. Hey, Frank. All right, so Stonecutter's up to $18 now to outbid Shannon McCord 17. So we got an $18 bid looking for 18.5, 19. Yeah, Chuck's not doing president. Sorry. Not going to happen. I have a little bit of wit about me. I'm not dry enough to be a president. And I'm sorry if you guys hear me cough or snort in your ears or anything. It's just it's that season in North Carolina, I guess. You're supposed to catch a cold this time of season, so here I have it. Shannon McCord bids $20 to keep this one moving. You want me to be Secretary of the Treasury? Yeah, that's putting a lot of trust in me. Actually, you know what? I probably don't trust the Secretary of the Treasury anyway, but you wrote me in on the ballot for president? Well, awesome. Super Tuesday for you guys. Here we are. We're going twice now. Going twice with Shannon McCord at $20 as a high bid. We got some real pretties coming up tonight. And we're sold to Shannon McCord at $20. I appreciate it. Thank you for your bids, everyone. And congratulations to Shannon McCord on a beautiful win. Oh, Wake County has a first case of coronavirus. Gee, thanks. You know, this thing about coronavirus is just a little bit outblown as far as the media is concerned, although people who do have pre-existing conditions should really watch out. I don't know if I have a cold or if I have coronavirus or if I have whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me. All I know is that I'm feeling okay. Everything will work. I sound like hell, but I feel a lot better than hell. So here we go. Next item up for bids is going to be this. Hey, Frank, wake up. It's a 1945S Woody, and this thing is beautiful. It's toned. It's got beautiful color in it. Not only that, but it's also a Woody. And this thing has a lot of luster that you can't see in this photo because I really dimmed down the luster for the color so that you could really see the color. And there's a diffusion that you use with lighting to blank out the toning that brings in color. And it's really, really difficult to try to light a coin to set for both. So you either get the luster or you get the color. And I felt that it was more important to get the color in this particular auction because these coins are gorgeous. They're absolutely wonderful. Levels of Madness currently has the high bid of $21. Coin Dragon has to be out. Sorry, sir. I'm going to try to pronounce this Jessa Naprox or Naprox. Jessa Naprox comes in at $22. $22 bid. I need to know how to pronounce that because that's going to drive me nuts. It's either Gessa or Jessa Naprox. I know of naproxen and sodium. Yeah, there you go. Like naproxen. But Gessa or Jessa. I guess it'd be Jessa if it was two S's. You've sent the email, Jessa? Gessa? Can you please tell me how to pronounce your name for me? Grunt Candy. Gisa? Gisa Naprox. So Gisa has the high bid at $22 presently. Okay, thank you, Gisa. So we have $22 is the high bid presently. We're going once at $22. Don't even drink and you could be taken out by a virus named after a beer. That's funny. Going twice to Gisa and sold to Gisa Naprox for $22. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bids, everyone. And thank you very much for your first coin auction win, Gisa. Move on to the next item. Check this one out. Folks, these coins are what they are. I mean, they're just beautiful. The colors are awesome on these things. And here's one that has, well, you can see the colors for yourself. They've got blues, purples, oranges, and all kinds of reds and beautiful colors on this original Woody toned coin from an original roll. Paul Hampton gives us a $20 bid, and Hidden Numismatist comes in at $21. And GOB at $22. Paul Hampton at $25. So Paul Hampton is our current high bidder at $25. I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you very much. This 1947 S Lincoln cent is a very bright, very beautiful coin. You guys will all be impressed by the amount of luster on these coins when you get them. Full, nice, beautiful cartwheels. Shell coins. I'm uncertain what you mean by that. If you could explain what you mean by shell coins, I can tell you whether or not these are. This thing's just got a full, beautiful cartwheel of luster on it. That GLB at 26 is our current high bid. Shell case coin. Shell case bronze. Pretty much all of the Lincoln cents made from 1944 through 1947 are the shell case bronze. They went back to the regular French bronze in 1948. The only difference between the shell case bronze and the French bronze is that the shell case bronze tends to lack a little bit of the tin and include impurities such as sulfur and other things that cause the coins to turn orange over time. And so that's the main difference between the 1944 to 1947 coins and then the others. And the others would be the French bronze coins that were made from 1909 through 1942, and then beginning again in 1948, running through 1962. Where in 1962, we changed to a copper and zinc only composition without the tin. And for those of you who are metallurgists in the crowd, that means brass. So, coins were officially made of brass, and Lincoln cents were officially made of brass from 1962 through 1982 when they changed to the zinc core. We had GLB at $28. $28 going twice. A GLB looking for 28.5, 29. Looking for 28.5, 29 to JOB. Sold a JOB for 28. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bid, sir, and thanks everyone for your bids. And congratulations, JOB. You got yourself a beautiful coin here. And move on to the next one. This is the most fire red-orange coin I think I've ever seen. And it has just a tinge of other color, like purple and silvers, around the outside edge. This is a beautiful 1950D Lincoln cent. It is a full gem coin. It has beautiful luster. Start this one off at $11. Jeremy Johnson comes in at $15 after Hidden and Miss gets us started at $11. And Jeff Stanley and Stonecutter just a bit late on this one. Jeff Stanley says he's out. Paul Hampton comes in at 15, then Hidden Numismatist follows at 16. $16 is our current high bid. James, lost your YouTube for a few minutes. YouTube seems to be working very well for me tonight. I don't know about everyone else, but it seems to be working fine for me. We currently have 63 people watching and only 37 likes. If you could, please pound that like button down there until it turns blue. That helps me with my ratings with YouTube so that we can get more people into these auctions and into watching our videos to help my stream. I would appreciate it very much. And it doesn't cost you anything. So we currently got Stonecutter at $22. Now Paul Hampton is out. And Jeremy Johnson comes back at $25 to keep the high bid. Jeremy Johnson's out at $25 for the high bid on this 1950D Lincoln cent. These colors are the colors of the coin. I've done everything that I could to make sure that I kept the proper color so that you guys could see exactly what color these coins really are. And as it turns out, this thing is very nice. And we're going twice to Jeremy Johnson at 25, looking for 25.5, 26. 25.5, 26 to Jeremy Johnson, going twice and sold. To Jeremy Johnson at $25. I appreciate it. Congratulations and thank you for your bid. All right, let me move us on to the next one. Look at this. Don't be trash talking my toners. These things are beautiful. This is a 1954S with beautiful toning. It's roll-in toning from a shotgun roll. The other side of the coin has taken a little bit of the environmental effect of being exposed. But it's still, believe it or not, still a choice to gem coin. The near gem coin has a few marks on it here and there because it was a roll ender. Man, this thing's beautiful. Wow. Look at that color. Greg McCoy currently has a high bid at $28 and Jeremy Johnson hits him up at $30. So Jeremy Johnson has the high bid right now at $30. Isn't that just a nice one? Greg McCoy comes back at $31. Jeremy Johnson at $32. Just look at that purplish color running right up along the seam of his coat in the back. You know, between the Y and the seam of his coat, you can see how that color just runs. Almost like watercolor is running on a piece of paper. That's color you can't put onto a coin. That's color that has to develop over time, and this one definitely did. Kuzarus says, awesome sauce. Sends Jessica into the stratosphere. Yeah. Jeremy Johnson at $32 is currently our high bidder. And Greg McCoy says he's out. Thank you. Kuzarus is out. Thank you. Folks, I can't stress enough how much luster these coins have. They are very bright, lustrous coins. They don't look quite as lustrous in the photos as they really are. We're going twice. Going twice now to Jeremy Johnson, $32, our current high bidder. Stay away from the acid hits on Toner Tuesdays. That's for sure. You're going to share with me. And we're sold to Jeremy Johnson at $32. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone for your bids on this one. This is a beautiful coin. All right, moving on to lot number 9, we have this 1955S Lincoln. Now, there's two things going on with this one. First of all, it was very, very softly struck. You can see that by the fact that the A and the M in America are completely gone, as are a number of the details on the face. Don't let that sway you, though, because this coin is not an XF condition coin. It is actually a very nice BU coin that just wasn't struck very well. But look at those colors. Have you ever seen that kind of color on a Lincoln cent? This thing's just beautiful. Started off at $9, but Paul Hampton liked it for $10. Hidden Numismatist liked it for $12. We got up there for $12 right now. Hidden Numismatist is our current high bidder at $12, and Paul Hampton comes in at $13. Weak strikes are common on 1955S Lincoln cents, but I tell you what, this particular color arrangement on a 1955S is going to be rather uncommon. Very difficult to find, especially when you've got this kind of toning running through the center of the coin. If you look on the outside of the reverse, you're looking at more of a reddish color than pink color. The pink color is more of an iridescence. But it's beautiful. It really is. Jody Gomez bids $15. $15 to keep it moving. Jody Gomez is our current high bidder. Jody Gomez at 15, looking for 16, looking for 15.5, 16. Jody Gomez. Stonecutter bids $20. He's not playing around. Stonecutter at $20 is our current high bidder. Folks, in case you haven't followed Amber Pennell and her beautiful designs on Coppercoins t-shirts, we are actually going to be coming up with some newer designs. So we're going to have a number of different designs. It's going to be within the next couple of weeks. We'll have brand new shirts available. So I encourage you to take a look at coinsandcreations.com. Take a look at Amber's beautiful creations to brand Coppercoins out there. And I want everyone to wear their Coppercoins t-shirts to the auctions and to the coin shows. Go to your coin show, go to your coin shop, go to the grocery store with it on. Have people ask you questions. Paul Hampton's currently the high bidder at $21 after we went twice. The Stonecutter at $20. Paul Hampton at $21. And Stonecutter comes back at $25. He is very serious about having this coin. Paul Hampton at $21, then Stonecutter at $25. We have a current high bid of $25. And Paul says he's out. Stonecutter at $25. We actually need to consider that, Penny Saver Cash. That's not a bad idea. A tie-dyed shirt with Toner Tuesday on it. That would be awesome. And we're going once to Stonecutter at $25, going twice and sold to Stonecutter at $25. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We can definitely look into ordering shirts with pockets on them. We've decided to stay away from pocket shirts, but we can definitely order pocket shirts. All right, so we're moving from that one on to another 1955. This one is a different kind of toning. It's beautiful. Still a slightly weak strike for a 1955, which is common. 1955S. In this one, we have a little bit different shade of color. And then we've got that beautiful yellow spot right on the top of his head. It's got a halo right on top of his head. Hidden's going to get this one started at $12. Two 1955S Amazing Gem toners going in this auction. The second of the two. Mr. Eubanks, yes, I believe I did. I thought it was I can't remember right now, but I'll have to look again. But yes, definitely, I got an email from you. Jim Fletcher comes in at 13, then Paul Hampton a little late at 12:50. Paul Hampton comes in at 13 and a half, then Hidden Numismatist follows with 14. Hello, Bill Betts. How you doing today? So we've got Hidden Numismatist currently at $14 as our high bid. And we're going once for $14 to Hidden Numismatist. Looking for a $14.5, $15 bid. Going twice at 14 to Hidden Numismatist. Your name is hard to say. I'm just going to call you Hidden. That's good enough. Sold to Hidden for 14. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bids, everyone. And this beautiful rainbow is history. Let's move on to the next one. Oops. How about if I do this? There we go. This is a 1957 D Lincoln set. Now, this one does have some of that woody appearance, but it's also got some beautiful yellow-orange coloring to it. This is one of those coins that you just have to sit back and say, wow, this thing's got beautiful luster. It's got beautiful color. Got a nice strike. Very few marks on the coin. It's a beautiful gem. Start this one off at $16. That's right, nice luster buster. I say nice luster, Lester. That's nice luster, Lester. Hello, Mr. Patet. I have not seen you here yet this evening. I can remember. Looking for a bid on this 30011 1957 D Lincoln cent with beautiful toning and a little bit of a wood grain texture. For a bid of $16, get it started. Yes, Mr. Betts. I do. I've got packages for pretty much everyone here. Got about 53 packages to get sent out. I will be working on that over the next couple of days. I had a number of things go on that have precluded my ability to really finish up on the packages and get them out of here because in order to get the reveal packages out, I have to go through and attribute all the RPMs and double dies that were found in the reveals. And that's a lengthy process that takes time to handle. Hello, Kevin Speaks. There's not only that, but I ended up with a little bit of a blood pressure issue last week, and I caught a cold over the weekend. And now my dog is injured, and I had to take him to the vet today, and I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and we just stay busy. Completely stay busy, but I am going to work on getting all the packages out in the next couple of days up to this week's auction. I'm not going to try to include this week's auction in what we've got going on for the next couple of days. All right, no bids on this. Suppose we'll just move on to the next item. Oop, Driver comes in with a $16 bid. Yeah, Sherm's okay. He got hurt yesterday while he was playing with another dog, and it was a completely innocent thing. The two dogs were playing with one another, and one ran over the other, and well, Sherman ended up getting a little bit hurt from it. And he's limping around using 3 legs, and took him to the vet today, and the vet said that we're going to put him on some anti-inflammatories, and we're going to watch him for a little while and see whether he needs surgery. We don't really know right now whether or not he's got a tear in his knee or if it's just a little bit of a muscle pull. So we're going to give it a little bit of time to see. Make a decision probably Friday or Monday next week as to whether he needs a They call it radiography. They don't call it an X-ray. I don't know why, but whether he needs an X-ray to see whether or not his leg is messed up, and if his leg's messed up, we may end up having to give him surgery, which I'm more than willing to do, and that's perfectly fine with me. It's just I hope that doesn't happen for his sake, because it'll affect his ability to run for the rest of his life. So we're sold to Guyver at 16 on this one. Thank you very much, sir, for your bid. Let's move on to the next one. How about that? This is a beautiful 1959 roll-end toner. It appears as though the paper was folded over on the reverse on this coin. We have part of the lower part, the part where it says 1 cent. That area is actually the original red color, as is the STA of states. That color is the original red color. And then over on the upper right corner, we have this beautiful array of orange and purple and blue and all different kinds of colors. The obverse turned out with a little bit of orange and pink on it. It's just a beautiful coin at $9 to get this one started. Nice, great coin with beautiful luster. We got Raymond Lungi in at $9. We'll keep you updated on Sherman's condition, but Sherman's okay. He's downstairs with Mama. He made him stay downstairs because he's not supposed to be climbing stairs while he's on his medicine. He doesn't get that. And I've had to carry him up and down the stairs 2 or 3 times today, and that dog weighs 65 pounds. Not exactly someone you really want to be carrying around all the time. Not much of a lap dog, I'll tell you that for sure. Well, he wants to be a lap dog, but he's a little too large for that. But I've had to carry him up and down the stairs so he could be with us because we both work upstairs. Robert Folk comes in with a $10 bid. Steps up on Raymond Lungi's $9 bid. Let's see a $10.5, $11 bid for Robert Folk. $10.5, $11 bid. Looking for a $10.5, $11 bid. Oh, the furry family. He's my child. I had a doctor's appointment for today, and I was going to cancel my doctor's appointment to take the dog to the vet. Wife says, "No, your health is more important." And I said, "Not to me, it's not. He needs to go to the vet. I'll take him to the vet. My appointment's more of a follow-up type thing. That plus I got a cold and didn't really feel like going to the doctor today anyway, so I called him and I rescheduled. When I rescheduled, she expected it would be like 2 weeks before I could get back to the doctor. They made me an appointment for tomorrow. So I am indeed going to the doctor tomorrow to get checked on. Raymond Lungi comes in at 10.5 for Robert Folk at 11. Raymond Lungi's out. Come on, folks, this is a beautiful coin here. This thing's got a bunch of beautiful original color on it. You can't make this color like this on a coin. It has to go there over time. We're going to Robert Folk at $11, going twice. All in, all done. And we're sold to Robert Folk for $11. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for your bid. And thanks to everyone for bidding on this coin. We're going to move on to the next one. This is another 1959. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There's another 1959 Lincoln Cent. This one has iridescent color throughout. It's not really brown. It's more of a reddish color, but it's gone dark red and turned iridescent. So it's kind of a mahogany color. It looks almost like polished wood. Beautiful. I start this one at $9 as well. Got a spot or two on it here and there, but that's because it was probably at the end of a roll. Raymond Lungi comes in at $9. Coin Hunters Inc. We're doing great. Raymond Lungi at $9 is our current high bidder at the starting bid. Looking for a $9.5, $10 bid. As I say, anytime, anything for my little boy. Anything for my son when I was raising him, and anything for my dog as I'm raising him. Midnight Silver Run comes in at $10. And Stonecutter at 10.5. Got Midnight Silver Run at 10, Stonecutter at 10.5, looking for 11. 10.5 is our current high bid. And we're at Stonecutter at $10.5. This kind of, I'm not really exactly sure where this kind of toning comes from, the specific color. It's not very common, but I've seen it before on a few other coins. And this is one of those, it's one of those colors that you can only get with time. These things develop in the rolls like this, and we open them up, and then, wow, there they are. Not very common. It takes a long time to find stuff like this. It is partly the paper, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. Because sometimes they turn more of a purplish color around the edges, and then they're a nice bright red in the middle, and then other times the entire coin turns this pinkish, pinkish red color. It's magenta. It's a good color for it. Adam Chambers, magenta. Midnight Silver Run comes in at $12. Midnight Silver Runner is our current high bidder. Where did the word junkie come from where you say that you have a cat named Junkie? Coin Junkie isn't here right now, I don't think. And Stonecutter comes in at $12.50. $12.50 to Stonecutter. Outbids Midnight Silver Run at $12. Stonecutter at $12.50 is our current high bid, looking for $13. We're a $13 bid. As we are here on CNLA number 30, this is lot number 13. Midnight Silver Run hits it for 13. Midnight says he's not out yet. Junkie gets paper out of the garbage can. Stopper. Train her to think that paper is poisonous. Don't touch it. This is a deep red. The deep red mahogany color. I like that. Mahogany. Midnight Silver Run gives us a bid of $14 to keep it running. So we've got 13, 13.5, 14, looking for 14.5. Looking for 14.5 now. And Stonecutter's out at the $14 level. We're going once to Midnight Silver Run at $14. Going twice. Midnight Silver Run at $14. All in. All done. We have any other interest? Bid now. And we're sold. $14 to Midnight Silver Run. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next auction. Next one says 1960 D Lincoln Cent. Now, there's not a lot of color on this, but it is pretty. And the color on the obverse of this coin is kind of a, I'm going to call it a reddish, but then it gets into the browns and greens with a little bit of pink around the outside edge. It's really difficult to photograph. The reverse of this coin shows the original red luster. The obverse shows the color, so you can see that they are different from one another. Jim Fletcher gives us a bid of $6. $6 to keep this one moving. 6.5 we need. A $6 bid looking for 6.5. This is a nice Gem BU coin. And this is auction lot number 14 out of 18 for tonight. Then we move on to some ground-busting, record-breaking roll reveals for Coppercoins. Almost up to 100 roll reveals, believe it or not. All right, Robert, you have a good evening, buddy. Find a good place to eat. Going once and now going twice. Got Jim Flexer at $6 is our current high bid, looking for 6.5. All in, all done. And sold to Jim Fletcher at $6. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. I move you on to a 1961D Lincoln Cent. Now, I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to show you the color because this is important. This might look like an oversaturated photograph of a normal Lincoln Cent, but let me go back and forth. See that 1960D right there in the reverse? That's the normal red color for a bright, uncirculated Lincoln Cent. Now look at this. This thing has something that has turned it yellow, orange, and pink. And it's beautiful. This thing's got really high luster. It's a beautiful lustrous coin. Very, very few marks. Has a very slight weakness in the strike, which will keep it out of a 67. But I would say that this is an MS66 red coin. Any day of the week. Beautiful coin here. Very tough to get these for 1961D because most 1961D coins are beat up before you get them out of the roll. We're going to start this one off at $11. $11 will take this one home right now. 1961D Lincoln Cent. Kevin Speaks bids $11. This thing's it has that iridescent color so that when you turn it, the pink moves around on the surface. It's really nice. Stonecutter at $13 to keep this one moving. Kevin Speaks now outbid. Stonecutter at $13, looking for 13.5. Stonecutter is our high bidder. And Kevin comes back at 14. Kevin at 14 is our current high bid. Your lady loves the toners. Tell you what, your lady needs to tune in as we're going to keep going into the toner world over the coming weeks. We have a number of toners in. Coins that make my jaw drop to the floor, I'll tell you that for sure. Stonecutter is $17.5. Outbids Kevin Speaks at $14. Now we got $17.5 high bid. Toner zone. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you to the toner zone. We're going once to Stonecutter at $17.5. Looking for an $18 bid. $17.5, $18 bid. Going twice now at $17.5. Looking for $18. Stonecutter's about to be our winner. Going twice, all in, all done, and sold to Stonecutter, $17.5. Thank you very much for your bids. And congratulations to Stonecutter on this very nice coin. You got one more chance, folks. Here's a 1961D. Now, this color is also true to the coin, meaning that it has a dark yellow, orange, red on the obverse. And the reverse does have all of these colors that you're seeing on this coin. We have a very nice coin with very nice luster. But I've pulled the luster more or less out of the photo so that you could see the color. Because the color is the important part on this coin. So GLB has a bid of $15. Jim Fletcher comes back at 15 thinking he's going to outbid somebody, and he ends up dragging behind. And now he has a $15.5 bid in there. So we've got a $15.5 bid looking for 16. Jim Fletcher is our current high bidder. GLB at 17. GLB is now our current high bidder again. $17. Looking for 17.5, 18. This one is a very well struck coin as well. Nearly complete detail. You look at for a totally completely struck 1961D Lincoln Cent, you wouldn't have very much weakness in the center of the steps on the memorial building on the reverse, and this one is just about there. Oh, Brady. So JLB at $17 is our current high bidder. We're looking for 17.5, 18. 17.5, 18. We'll take this home. $17 bid for JOB. Start counting it down. Going once to GLB at $17. And sold to Joby at $17. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bids. And thank you to Job. Take a look at the next item. This is a 1969 Philadelphia Lincoln cent. It's a choice to gem uncirculated coin, but the obverse just has all kinds of beautiful color. Let's start this one off at $7. $7 to get us started on this. Looking for a $7 bid to keep this one moving. Kevin Speaks comes in at $7. Thank you very much. $7 looking for a $7.50 bid. This one's got all these colors that you see here on the obverse. It has purples and blues, some red. It's all kinds of nice color in it. The reverse is a nice lustrous choice VU coin. So this turns out to be more or less a choice MS coin. Kevin Speaks at $7 is our current high bidder. We're going once to Kevin Speaks at $7. And Raymond Longy comes in at $7.50. Raymond Longy saves it at $7.50, looking for an $8 bid. Raymond Longy is our current high bidder at $7.50. And Kevin Speaks comes in at $8. Kevin Speaks at $8 is now our current high bidder. Hey, we got 57 viewers and 57 likes. I'm all about that. Kevin Speaks at $8 is our current high bidder, looking for $8.50. Good evening, BMP 804. People starting to show up for the roll reveals. Our roll reveals will be happening here in just a few minutes. We've got this and one more. A lot to go through. We're going once to Kevin Speaks at $8. Going twice, Kevin Speaks at $8, looking for an $8.50 bid. All in, all done. Now Kevin Speaks is our winner at $8. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for all your bids, folks, and congratulations to Kevin for winning. Take a look at this. This is a proof coin. This is 1970S large date proof coin that has rainbow bullseye toning around the outside edge of the design. Now I have this overlit. You can see that this looks very different from most of my proof coin photographs, and the reason for that is because I have the fields lit to show you all the color. So this is a proof coin. It does have some cameo, but what I am more interested in looking at is this color around the outside edge of the obverse. We've got a bunch of iridescent, beautiful color on this coin. Jeff Stanley Coins and Octane starts us off at $9. Got a $9 bid on this nice gem proof coin. Looking for $9.50. Got a $9 bid looking for $9.50. $9 bid looking for $9.50 on this 1970S large date proof coin. God's RS comes in at $11. Now, if you take a look around the bottom edge, the obverse of this coin, it looks like there's not really any toning there, but you have to realize that this is a very highly reflective coin. And the very high reflection of this coin takes that color out of the lower portion of the obverse, underneath the bust and underneath the date and liberty. So what appears to be just a little rocker over the top with that purplish color, it actually goes all the way around. So Cuds RS came in at $11. Stonecutter came in at $12 to outbid Cuds RS. Now, Stonecutter is our current high bidder at $12. And Stonecutter at $12 will be our current high bidder. We're going once to Stonecutter at $12. Going twice to Stonecutter at $12. All in, all done. 13 keeps it alive. 13.5 will keep it alive. 12.5 will keep it alive. Anything like that. And we're sold the Stonecutter at $12. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir, for your bid. Thanks to everyone else who bid on this one. Now, we're ready to start moving through some serious news here. Take a look at this. The 1942D original machine wrapped roll. Now, very commonly on rolls like this particular roll is from Blaine Newport. And you know, if you know Blaine Newport, you know that his rolls, when he opens them, they are generally very beautiful BU coins on the inside. And he says, as well as I say, if you have an original roll that's this old, your end tone coins, your end roll coins are going to have toning. They're going to be darker. But your inside coins is a very good chance that they're very high lustrous coins. These generally come nice gem BU in this particular type of wrapper, type of roll. And I am going to get you guys going with a shotgun start on this one. They're going to be $9 per coin. This is 1942D. 1942D is known to have, let's see, there's about a dozen different double dies on this, and there's about a dozen different repunch mint marks on this issue, so it's not lacking varieties. Decent chance for varieties. So we're going to do a 1942D at $9 per coin. We're going to have a limit of 3 coins per person. And as soon as I hit this button, we're going to be ready to go. So get your bids ready. There we go. Midnight Silver Round will take 2. Levels of Madness for 3. Adam Chambers for 2. Joe McBride for 2. Wild Bill takes 3. Farm Dog for 1. Wow, we've got lots of people. The Midnight Silver Run for 2. Levels of Madness for 3. Adam Chambers for 2. Joe McBride for 2. Wild Bill for 3. Farm Dog for 1. Paul Hampton for 3. I'm looking at James Worley now. Jeff Stanley will get 2. Eric Beyer gets 3. New Marshall for 3. Hello, New Marshall. I haven't seen you in here yet today. Tim Fletcher for 2. Jim Fletcher gets his 2. Kevin Speaks for 3. Steve Looking for Silver for 3. Stonecutter for 2. Raymond Lungy for 2. Issa Nameprox. Issa Nameprox. I'm going to have to get used to saying your name. Issa Nameprox for 1. Penny Saver Cash for 1. Greg McCoy for 2. And Guyver gets in there for 1. Let's see, Penny Saver Cash 1, 2. No, sorry. Greg McCoy for his 2, and that's it. That's the only. No, Guyver gets in for 1 at the end. So Guyver will get in for 1 at the end. That's all we have, folks. Stonecutter, you did get 2. So you wanted your third one after our 2 were already gone, so we don't have a third spot for you in this roll, but I do appreciate it. And check this out. Mr. Dunn, did you get one for Mr. Dunn? Yes, we got one for Mr. Dunn. Now check this out. This is a nice gem roll, original gem roll of 1944D. Lincoln Cents. This is an original machine wrapped roll. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. This is a roll hunter's dream right here. The 1944D Lincoln Cent roll that is original. These things are very scarce, very difficult to come by. CMOS, I did get your name in. So what we're going to do on this one, we're going to go with a limit of 3 per coin. $10 per coin. A limit of 3 per person. I'm going to get you started here in just a second. I'm going to give you time to get your trigger finger ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. $10 per coin, limit 3 per person. No idea exactly what's going to come in this roll, but these coins are known to be very nice with other rolls that have been opened from the batch. Got Jim Fletcher for 2. Jeff Stanley wants 1. Wild Bill gets 3. J.O.B. gets 1. Levels of Madness for 3. Eric Beyer for 3. Farm Dog for 1. Blue Hunts Coins for 1. Jeff Dunn for 1. Joe McBride for 2. Yen for 3. Adam Chambers will take 3. James Worley for 3. Guyver will take 3. Kevin Speaks for 2. Frank Conda will take Brady for 2. Stephen Elliott will take 3. Got Jim Schwartz for 3. Stonecutter for 2. Geese and Aprox for 1. And I'm getting caught up here. I want to make sure I don't oversell. I got about 8 left. Jim Schwartz will get his 3. And Stonecutter for 2. Geese and Aprox for 1. And we have a total of 2 spots remaining. They will go to Steve looking for silver. That's all I've got, folks. Sorry for the rest of you. Was not able to get you in on this roll. Do have another good roll coming up here. Check this one out. This is an original 1957 D roll from the Seattle branch Fed Reserve Bank of San Francisco. And this, no, Midnight Silver Run, you did not. Sorry. Wait a minute. We got 1 in there for you. We got 1 in there for you, Midnight. This is 1957 D, original roll. We're going to do this a limit of 5 per person. We're going to do these at $3 a coin. You can have up to 5 coins. You're going to have to get in quick on this one. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hidden which wrapper are you looking for? All right, so we've got us started on this one. Levels of Madness will take 5. Eric Beyer takes 5. Jim Fletcher will have 3 of them. Deanne with 3. And James Worley will take 5. The 59D, that's 57D. Seattle Fed Wrap roll. Did you get in on that roll? The thing is, I generally give the wrapper out to someone who purchased into the roll. Let's see if I can find you a Seattle Branch Fed Reserve Bank wrapper, and I'll send you one. Let's see, we got Levels of Madness for 5, Eric Beyer for 5, Jim Fletcher gets 3, Deanne gets 3, James Worley will get 5, Farm Dog gets 3, Joe McBride will get 3, Bill Betts will get 1, Adam Chambers for 2, Kevin Speaks will take 5, Guyver for 3, Paul Hampton for 3, New Marshall will have 5, Steve A will take 2, and Steve Looking for Silver will get the final 2 coins in the roll. And that's all we have left. We are sold out with Steve Looking for Silver getting 2. Cuds Are Us is out. Jason Aprox is out. Sorry, sissy. You were late too. Nate Flint, I'm not sure what our coins is. But I'll be happy to take a look after we get done here. Now, this is going to be the feature of the day, feature of the week, feature of the month right here. This is a 1936S original machine wrapped roll. If you guys are familiar with the 1936S issue, it's a very difficult issue to come by in original rolls. This is an original roll, the Security First National Bank of Los Angeles. This one did come from Blaine Newport. Blaine Newport is the person who was able to get really high grades out of some of the rolls he sources. And this is one of his rolls. Sign you up for the end roll. I'm going to do what I can to get people signed up for whatever I can get them signed up for on this one. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm not going to put a limit on this one simply because these are going to go for $25 a coin, folks. So this is 1936S at $25 a coin. I can tell you that they're well worth it. No limit on count. All right, folks. $25 per coin, no limit on count. I'm going to get you started in 3, 2, 1, go. I see Kelly Michaud. All right, we have Guyver. We'll take 8. Midnight Silver Run for 1. 7 Chambers for 2. Jim Fletcher takes 2. Delenia. Delenia will take 2. Getting us caught up here. Working on our paperwork. There you go. Paul Hampton takes 1. Joe McBride for 1. Like we will end up selling out of this roll. Wild Bill takes 2. Joe McBride for 1. Wild Bill for 2. Rudy Alfaro for 3. And Aprox will take 1. New Marshall for 4. Working on catching up. Got a little bit of a lag going on. So we got New Marshall for 4. Try to get chat back up so I can read it again. There we go. Steve looking for silver gets 2. Jeff Stanley coins and octanes for 1. James Worley for 2. Kevin Speaks for 1. Stonecutter will take 1. Silver Nitrate gets 4. Hey, Hidden Numismatist gives us a $5 super chat. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. So Silver Nitrate's 4. Farm Dog in for 1. Greg McCoy for 1. Raymond Lungy for 1. Kelly Michaud will take 1. Sorry, folks, I sound like I'm suffering, but I'm not doing quite as bad as I seem. I feel great. I feel fine. My nose is trying to run away from me. Still working on the paperwork here. Raymond takes 1. Kelly Michaud for 1. Rudy Alfaro for 3. Deanne for 1. And then Sissy Atwell will get the final 4 coins in the roll. That's all we have. Pulled out with Sissy Atwell getting 4. That will unfortunately leave Donald Harmon and Eric Beyer out. Hello, Kelly. I'm still trying to catch up to the current chat here. Just a minute. Recovery boiler. Not sure what that is. Sissy Atwell, you say bin 2 later. Did you want 5 or did you want 2? Because I've got you in for the final 4 coins of the roll. But if you want to back out on 2 of those and only take 2, I can put Donald Harmon in for the last 2. Just let me know. Chicken soup? No, I'm not really big on chicken soup. I really like soup very much, but I have been taking my vitamins, my liquids, getting plenty of liquids in. DayQuil is my friend. Okay, for this yet, well, I still am not 100% straight on what we were looking for. Let me know. I've got you in for 4 currently, and you got the last 4 in the roll because you had said 5 initially. And then down below that, you said 2. So I'm not sure whether you wanted 5 or 2. If you only got 4 anyway because you were the last 4 spots in the roll. But if you only wanted 2, let us know that you only wanted 2 so that I can go ahead and give the other 2 to Don Harmon because he would have been next in line. Just let me know. I'm going to move on. Now this roll is special. And the way this roll is special is that we had a donation. The donation was from Joe McBride. He actually purchased this roll for us to reveal to you guys as a donation to the website. And it's a very, very kind gesture on his part. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I definitely appreciate his generosity in buying the City National Bank and Trust original roll of 1950D Lincoln cents. Our price on these is going to be $4 per coin. So we're at $4 per coin with a limit of 3 coins. I'm typing it out now. And so here we come We're going to start with this. It's going to be $4 per coin, limit of 3 coins per person. 1950D, bank wrapped roll. Go now. We can go ahead and count the people in. Okay, so we're going to start where I actually got people in. Delinea is the first person. Delinea Frias gets 3. Eric Beyer gets 3. Delinea gets the... Joe McBride's going to take 3 spots because I told him I would give him the spots up to the max. So he's going to get his 3 spots. Least I could do for the generous donation to the website. So then Eric Beyer gets 3, but Delinea Frias was our first person in after I said go, so she will get her 3. Eric Beyer gets 3, Paul Hampton gets 3. Because our us will get 2. So we have Paul Hampton for 3. Robert Adams for 2. We've got Kelly Michaud for 2. Silver Nitrate for 3. Got Jeff Stanley for 3. Got a new Marshall for 3. We have Adam Chambers for 3. Let's see who's after Adam. Blue Hunt's coins for 2. We got Deanne for 2. Jim Fletcher will take 3. And we've got James Worley. We'll take 3. Farm Dog for 2. We've got JLB for 1. Jeff Dunn for 1. Eric Beyer for 3. Then we'll have Stephen Elliott for 3. And then Wild Bill will get the final 2 spots in the roll. Sorry about that. That will unfortunately leave out Steve Looking for Silver, Donald Harmon, Delinea Frias, Stonecutter, Steve A., Guyver, and Mike Birchman. All the spots are sold in this one. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to everyone who got spots in these rolls. It's going to be a very historic week for the website and for Coppercoins, being that this is cumulatively the oldest batch of rolls we have ever opened. Thanks to Blaine Newport for being a supplier of these rolls. We will start opening these tomorrow. I did not forget that I do owe a 1956D roll to a number of people out there, that I will get that one done tomorrow as well. These are the, I mean, to be able to open a 1936S roll that's never been opened, come on, folks. I mean, this is just amazing stuff, right? So, here we go. I'm going to come back to me. I appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Appreciate everybody's bids. I did not have a lot of time to prepare for this auction, so I kind of prefer to have fewer items than to have more items and less preparedness. So I actually got my preparedness together. I only have, gosh, look at the bags. There we go. That's the way I was supposed to look. Oh, really? Cole gives you bags, I guess. Wow. I'm getting old. Okay, Sissy wants 2 on that roll. That's fine. We'll give Sissy 2 of them. And let me see here. Find them. And I'll give the other 2 to Don Harmon. Don Harmon, you're going to get the 2 you wanted. We've got that set now. Don Harmon, you did now get into the 1936. I just wanted to make sure that Sissy wanted the 2 instead of 5. Oh, you have a cold too, Delinia? Or the bags? the cold is something that passes, I guess. Yeah, we're kind of falling apart here in the Daughtry household, but I think everybody will be okay. We're all going to come out of it fine. I think Sissy was in really spotty area. You're currently traveling, correct? So you're in and out of being able to communicate. You know what? I have another roll I meant to put on here. Let me go ahead and add it to the very bottom. I've got a 1971 Philadelphia roll I meant to add in here. So don't go anywhere yet. Gotta get this one in here. This is going to be Coin Roll Hunt 94. And it's going to be a 1971 Philadelphia. And you know what's possible in 71 Philadelphia. And then this one is an original roll. An original machine wrap roll. Here it is. Here's your ends. Yeah. Nice red uncirculated ends. And so I'm going to call this CRHO 94. BU condition. Hang on while I get my paperwork together. I'll run these at $3 a piece. a second. Gotta get my paperwork started. I'd forgotten about this roll, unfortunately. I think I'm going to run these at $2 a piece. I can do this at $2 a coin. $2 a coin for 1971 Philadelphia. We've got a number of different really nice double die obverses possible in these. So we have 1971 Philadelphia. Limit of 4 coins per person at $2 per coin. Yeah, I'm going to get you started here in 3, 2, 1. 71 Philadelphia, limit of 4 coins per person at $2 per coin. Go now. I don't have a graphic for this one because I didn't take any pictures. Let's go with Eric Buyer at 4. There you go. Sorry. Okay. Eric Buyer for 4. Jim Fletcher for 4. JOB for 3. Here's all standing out on the side. Got, let's see. Jim Fletcher for 3. JOB for 3. Farm Dog gets 3. You having trouble, Jessica, with the sheet? We got spaces skipped stuff. I'll work the sheet for you guys. Farm Dog for 3. James Worley for 4. Dead limit 4. So Bill Betts gets 2. Levels gets 4. Wild Bill gets 4. Got Paul Hampton get 4. Joe McBride get 3. Adam Chambers will get 3. Got Jeff Dunn for 3. We've got Silver Nitrate for 4. We're down toward the end. So we have Jeff Stanley for 2. Deanne gets 2. Sissy Atwell will get the final spot in the roll. 50. What we've got, folks. My apologies to the people who weren't able to make it in. I'm helping with the paperwork. Paperwork's all done. Now I can chit chat. Took me a little while to get there. Oh, Brady was working on the sheet? Yep, Sissy, you were able to get the very last spot in the roll. Ah, that's what was going on. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, Brady. I thought there was a signal issue or something and everything was going really slow for that reason. So I went ahead and filled out everything on the sheet. The 1971 issue has, 3 or 4 different, more minor but still yet very nice double diobverses. Then you have a major double diobverses, class 2 double diobverse that shows in the first 2/3 of the word liberty around the "In God We Trust." It doesn't show very well in the date, but man, liberty is absolutely splendid. One of those in a nice bright red uncirculated condition will get you $300 or $400 at least. So let's hope we find some of those in here, right? What I always want to do. I always want to find you guys a whole bunch of really good stuff, and sometimes we do. Sometimes we are very successful at finding really great coins. Jim Schwartz, that would be fine. Go ahead and do that. Find me, I'm Chuck Daughtry on Facebook. Or you can send it to Coppercoins, the Coppercoins page on Facebook. Either way, we'll pick up your information and we'll be able to put it into the proper area so that we know who you are. Not a problem. Brady, your issues might have been connectivity issues, but I'm not sure. It's okay. No worries, mate. We're all good. Coin Dragon, you must keep your lusts very private. Have a lust for coins. And I'm going to drink out of my 100th anniversary NFL Steelers cup here because my throat is scratchy. Rarity on the 18D over DRPM number 1 South is probably, I would say, fewer than a dozen known to exist. But that only means that there's only been a dozen found. That doesn't mean that there's only a dozen out there. I haven't found any, but you think maybe the Steelers should be paying me money now that I'm 100th anniversary of the NFL? I have a Tervis cup here that has a Yeti top. Not because I lost the top, but just because I put the wrong one on. So the top up here says Yeti, but the bottom says Tervis. Is a Tervis tumbler. You did find one. Awesome. They fit. They fit together very nicely. So I like that. And then this place right here, if you happen to have one of these around, this is a very good barbecue. Legit Texas barbecue from Dickey's. But I support Mission Barbecue wherever I can because Mission Barbecue does a lot of good special events for their first responders and military veterans. Hidden Numismatist, you have a good evening, sir. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much for that super chat. So is that the announcement that I need to make? That, well, here's the deal. This is what happened. I had a friend send me a message with photographs of a bunch of rolls of pennies and asked me if I had any specific dates he wanted to pick out for me. It was about 750 rolls. I said, yeah, pick them all out for me. And he says, you want all of these? You want me to ship you all of these from Chicago? There was a bunch of memorial rolls. And there were a lot of wheats in there, but there were close to 700 rolls of memorial pennies. And yeah, so you really want me to ship you all of these from Chicago? That seems like a lot of expense. And I said, no. Go ahead and we'll take care of having the wheat rolls shipped to me, but I will get Jessica to come over and pick up the memorial rolls. And I called her and I talked to her, and she said that she would be. I'll talk to you about that in just a minute, Stonecutter. She will be coming over and picking them up, and she went to the coin show. Very nice of her to do that. 3.5 hour drive all the way over to the Chicago area, Chicagoland, to pick up these rolls. And she picked them up and inventoried them for me, and I gave her prices on them, and now she is going to help sell some of the rolls for Coppercoins, and her first sale that will involve rolls will be this weekend. Rolls were rolls that were sourced to me, but I had her go pick them up so that she could get some experience selling rolls, and she's going to start doing some reveals as soon as we can get this computer finished for her and get it shipped to her. So as soon as we can get some nice computer equipment shipped to her and get her a microphone and cameras and all the other good stuff that you have to do broadcasting and be famous on YouTube, right? Where you get that information to her, get all that stuff to her so that she can start doing reveals, because now she has probably close to 100 rolls to do reveals on. So she's got a big package of work ahead of her, but she is splitting at the seams to get this computer so that she can get started on this. And it's going to be within a couple of weeks. She'll have the computer set up and it'll be good to go. I appreciate it, Silver Nitrate. I do know what we're talking about. So for Stonecutter, you have a roll of 1960D date and a plastic roll. Got the cap off and the first 5 coins out. How can you get the rest out? First thing I want to know from you, is this roll one of the rolls that has one plastic cap like this? One of these, you have a cap that comes off the top? Or is it one of those rolls that has a cap on each end? I don't have any of those up here right now, but I think you know what I'm talking about. I call them the pipe bomb rolls, which I probably shouldn't call them that out of, well, let's say political correctness, but who's ever known me to be politically correct? Same as the one I just held up. Okay, in order to get those to release the coins, you want to use a hairdryer or a heat gun and get the roll hot enough so that the plastic will expand and release the coins, and they'll come right out. You want to be wearing gloves when you do this. If you use a heat gun, be very careful that you don't melt the plastic. You're not trying to melt it, you're just trying to heat it up enough to expand it. Right, so it gets softened, but basically what will happen is anything heats up, it expands. So if you get that plastic to expand, it will release those coins. I appreciate it, Delinia. Thank you very much. Wood burning tool with a cutting tip. Kitted OK says that's the way to do it. I think I'm with her on that. I think that'll work too. You go down the. Basically, it's kind of like this. Visual aid. This is a. No, it's not a pen. This is a wood burning tool with a cutting edge. Here's what you would do. You would score down the roll like this. Go around it 5-6 different places. And if you score that roll, you don't burn all the way into the coins. You just score the roll itself with the tool. Make sure you're doing it in a well-ventilated area because that is plastic and it does have toxic fumes. You should be able to just tap the roll after that with a hammer on a desktop. You don't have to beat on it. Just have to tap it and it'll bust apart. Okay, Jim. Suck it. It could very well be that in a few weeks we'll have reveals every day. We're going to have to work on a schedule for that to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. I do have a Jim Schwartz. Okay, I do have your information, Mr. Schwartz. I appreciate it. And I will get this into our spreadsheet. Yeah, Eric, breaking something by hitting it pretty hard, I would really be leery about doing that, especially if I have valuable coins in there. I prefer to prep that tube in some form or fashion. If you don't have a good heat source, another way of doing it is with a box knife. And a box knife will at least weaken the barrel of the plastic itself so that you can hit it lighter to bust it open. Warming and cooling can do it. Yeah, and we're not talking about blow torches and liquid nitrogen. We're just talking about warming it up with a hairdryer and sticking it in a freezer, and warming it up with a hairdryer and sticking it in a freezer. But I don't really think you really have to do that with these tubes. These tubes are generally, they let go. If you get them warm enough, they'll let go. It's just like this guy right here. The coins don't move inside. This is one of the Governor Vanderhoord rolls. I believe this one belongs to Joe McBride. But it just holds the coins tight enough that once you get the cap off, you can't really do a whole lot about getting the coins out of them. You set it on a countertop, you heat it up with a hairdryer for a minute or two, and it should loosen those coins up enough that they'll come out. And yes, as Wild Bill says, we are professionals. Do not try this at home. No. As Wild Bill says, be extremely careful with anything that you do because you don't want to hurt yourself or the coins. Brady, we'll play with the sheet later and we'll try to figure out what it is that kept you from being able to do it as quickly as we needed. We'll definitely get you trained up on it and figure out what's going on. I'm sure it's probably a connectivity or an internet issue. Yep, that's for sure, Jeff. Jeff Stanley mentions, and it's very important to understand and know that when you cut these rolls open, you're not going to get it open in 3 minutes. It'll probably take quite a bit longer than that. You will be rewarded by coins that have not seen air since they were tubed. Thinks his son was on the computer. Okay. Well, Stonecutter, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give people education. That's what I want to do more than anything. I want to be able to enjoy the hobby with other people. That's why I'm here. I like to be able to give education. I like to be able to become educated. And then at the same time, I like to be able to offer good coins at reasonable prices. People who want them and care for them. We are merely conservators of what we have. These aren't ours to keep. They're just ours to hold for a while, then pass to someone else. Ian, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm feeling better than I was a couple of days ago. So I'm improving. I just don't quite sound right yet. And folks, I'm going to go ahead and start getting the invoices started up for tonight. I'm going to get my paperwork finished up. And I would love to see 44 DRS. Are you silly? I would love that. I would like to have half this roll be 44 DRS. Let's flip the market over on these things. Get some really, really good ones. Yes. Yeah, if you score the tube prior to heating, when you heat it, it'll expand a little bit. And you should be able to just dump the coins out. If you can't, let it cool off. After you score it and heated it, let it cool off. And then tap it with a hammer. It should shatter. Hasty pinata. Hasty pinata, Coin Dragon. Peace out, brah. I think they will be awesome. Those 36 S's, I think they will be awesome. I think they'll be really good. Good night, Delinia. Good night to Farm Dog. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Elizabeth. How many kids were there in the Waltons? Tell me how many kids there were in the Waltons. The Waltons show. Tell me how many kids there were, and how. Let's see, how many kids there were, and what their names were, and I'll send you an extra free gift. Okay, need a number plus names. Number plus names. You give me a number of children plus their names. Everybody's like, hey, the girls sometimes are the most difficult ones to remember. Well, Bill's got a good start. Bill 457 says John Boy, Jason, Aaron, John Boy, Mary Ellen, Elizabeth, Jim Bob. Oh my gosh. John Walton Jr., Jason Walton, Mary Ellen Walton, Aaron Esther Walton, Benjamin Walton II, James Robert Walton, and Elizabeth Tyler Walton, and Jim Joseph Zebulon Walton. You could not possibly have come up with that without going to Goggle and finding it. Because nobody ever knew John Walton Jr. as John Walton Jr. Everybody called him John Boy. So yeah, exactly. Google it. I think Hidden Numismatist figured that out, right? Yeah, you got John. First of all, from the oldest to the youngest, you've got Ben, John Boy, Jason, Jim Bob. And then from the oldest to the youngest, you've got Mary Ellen, Aaron, and Elizabeth. 7 kids. 7 kids. You're Rain Man of the Waltons. Okay. Well, in season 2, episode 3, what happened toward the end of the show? And I don't have a clue. Yes, Jessica, you are too young for this. The Waltons began their reign in 1971, 72, 73, and they ended by, I think it was by 1978 or so. You were watching it on Amazon a few months ago. Really young when it was on. I was really young too, but I was able to actually sit. This is one thing that I did. My grandmother and grandfather had a garden out in the backyard, and they grew a lot of string beans. During the late summer, when they would harvest string beans, they'd bring them in. There'd be like big bags of string beans. And we would sit in the living room, my grandma on this side of me and my grandpa on that side of me. And I would be sitting on the floor between them. Each of us would have a bowl and a big bag of string beans. Sit and watch the Waltons and string beans. Snap the ends off the bean. So that's what kind of country boy I am. Oh, okay. So Jim Bob's twin brother Joseph Zebulon died at birth. Biden is beating Bernie. How about that? You shelled peas. You shelled peas and I snapped beans. Must have been a part of the country type thing. You lived down in the South and I lived in Missouri at the time. Nick at Night? No. I Love Lucy comes before the Waltons. I Love Lucy was a show from the 50s. I think they started that show in 52 or 53. Shirley Temple, heck, Shirley Temple did most of her movies prior to World War II. Getting windy. I hope you're not going to get a thunderstorm. Tennessee got some really bad storms last night. Places I've been. Nashville. I've given some special thought. Those people are cleaning up from a lot of problems. Crossville got it too. Dana is okay though. Remember, Dana lives in that area. There's a lot of people. I've heard that Southwest Tennessee around Memphis got it too. That wasn't. It's never good actually, but the areas that were most that I heard that were most hit were Donaldson, Hermitage, and Mount Juliet, just east of Nashville, along I-40. Actually, more like U.S. Highway 70. It is really. I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched was your favorite. Isn't it funny how Bewitched all of a sudden Darren just changed from one guy to another one, and it wasn't even mentioned. It was like you weren't supposed to notice. I thought that was interesting. Well, we had decent temperatures, but it was raining most of the day today. I had to get Sherman out in the car. I had to pick him up and carry him out to the car and carry him inside to the vet's office. And then his favorite person in the vet came running, plopped down on the ground to squeeze and pet him, and all of a sudden he peed on the floor. That's right, Dick York and Dick Sargent. Right. Sorry. My head's kind of like plugged. It feels like it's going to explode. Just twitch your nose when she got tired of them. That's something we wish we could do. Yeah, Wild Bill, you're what, probably about 100 miles south of me. Uh, Something like that. You're down in South Carolina, right? Done. Thank you, Jess. Very much appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'm going to start taking care of the invoices. Glad we could be together this evening. And yeah, unfortunately, more of the same tomorrow. That's true. All right, folks. Well, I appreciate it. I want you guys to have a great evening. Have a great week. I will work on getting your packages out during the day tomorrow. Then I will start working on roll reveals. Everybody have a great night. And what time tomorrow to get started on the roll reveals? I think I'm going to start at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'll start on the first reveal. The 36S I will do, regardless of all else, the 44D and the 36S will be prime time. They will be evening time. So I may skip around in the numbers. All right, take it easy, and I'll talk to you guys later.